All right, this is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. I'm out here today, wanted to show you what the surf looks like. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the moon set. Definitely be able to show you some surfers out here today. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. We had a lot of rain yesterday, close to 5 inches of rain out by us, just a few miles from here. This is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier and the Prince Resort here in South Carolina. The sunrise this morning was at 6:37 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for tuning in. And oh my gosh, I forgot to link my like video playlist. I'm going to see if I can do that without losing my broadcast. I don't know that I can. Let's see, how can I add something to that? Okay, I'm going to add a comment right now, and it's my like video playlist. I think I should be able to do that. You might enjoy that. So what I did this morning, got up probably close to 1:30 to get ready for today. Wow, some good rides going on out there. And The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction came out with a new video that's right towards the top of the list, as well as Dr. Stanley Monteith. You might enjoy his exposing the reality of the world we live in. I'm encouraging people to research reality, to take another look at it, see what you can come up with, what you believe the reality to be. Wow, some excellent rides happening now. So I've got a P1000 that I'm zoomed in and able to capture a lot closer detail. You might enjoy that as well. If you should like YouTube Truth stickers, you can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to 169 Cloverleaf Drive, Longs, South Carolina 29568. Or you can just put the hashtag in a comment if you like, or my name, the name of the channel as well. The moon is setting about in the middle of the view there at 9:15, so it's up a few degrees. Hopefully I'll be able to show that to you. So one of the adventures yesterday was to explore some documentaries that showed the architecture and the archaeology from some significant wonders of the world. Lost civilizations, the Great Pyramids of Giza, the Easter Island statues, and I'm thinking not only was that amazing, as amazing as that was, it was also especially amazing to listen to people and what they said about it. So for example, they would say, we don't know how they built the Pyramid of Giza, but it took 20 years. I'm thinking, how is that even knowable to you? So when I listen to people that are breaking down what they believe the reality is, I hear what appear to me to be real lapses in critical thinking skills, critical analysis. How does that actually work? If you don't know how they did it, and you don't know when they were built, how could you know it took 20 years to do it? Like 20 million blocks, many of them heavier than a car. How did they move granite there? And how did they take unique shaped pieces and have perfect symmetry? Yeah, I don't know. One of my takeaways on it was God could have just created it and wanted people to wonder how in the heck did they do that. He's totally capable of that. Wow, Van's really good with the longboard. Awesome. Awesome rides. Not only a longboard, but a paddle board. So the tide will be coming in and up until 10:30 this morning here. So higher is drier and lower is wetter. Look at the difference in the lighting now. Isn't that interesting? It is to me. I'm fascinated. We live in a created world. It's a contained creation with a firmament up above us, a structure that separates a lot of water from up above, to this water down here. We live in like a terrarium, not a snow globe, because this isn't, we're breathing air, not water and snowflakes. So I like to be pretty precision when I'm going to express some things. One of the reasons why I'll hashtag artificial intelligence and talk about the Terminator and the Matrix is because it gives us a visual footprint of some things that we can take a look at, including things like epic rap battles and making fun of, to me, I'm making fun of like Elon Musk pretending to launch stuff into space and getting loans from the White House, boom. And then to see some, people in an apartment or a simple studio making some pretty sophisticated looking graphics. So that's part of what I talk about too. Seeing is believing what? So what do we see and then what do we believe about it? When we look around us, does this look like a celestial cough? Like a cosmic cough, a celestial sneeze? There's way too much purposeful creation. Engineers, designers of stuff, and then ultimately a creator that designed and created the world that we live in, took up flesh, dwelt among us. Some of you may know him as Yeshua, Yahweh, the great I Am, the Alpha and Omega, all-powerful, almighty, most holy, many references. And what I want to do is actually make that proclamation as a biblical creationist to have you consider that yes, we do have a creator, we are in a battle, and I just want to help people to know that there are some practical measures that we can take. One of the things that I differed a bit with Stanley Monteith, where he was talking about how to deal with the different things that are going on economically. He was talking about buying gold and silver, and as helpful as some of that might be, if you've already got the extra tuna and toilet paper set up and some extra batteries to be able to run stuff and maybe a little auxiliary power, keep in mind artificial intelligence can shut down the power grid wherever, whenever. What would that look like in your life if you didn't have electricity? Now, I wouldn't want to drink this water. However, I could filter it. I've got a desalinator, which is my reverse osmosis if I needed to. I could flush a toilet with it. I've got pond water behind the house. How would you desalinate if you needed to? If all of a sudden the municipal water supply went off, you couldn't do it. Do you have a shovel? It's a practical outdoor containment method. So one of the reasons why I mention this, it may seem a bit grim, but there are practical means of provision, things that you can take care of. And I'm not encouraging people to buy food that you wouldn't eat normally. I'm saying you might just want to have some extra provisions handy. I have my high-powered liquid nutrition liquefied and frozen in a very efficient chest freezer. And the reason why I do that is it'll sustain it for a long time. And high-efficiency chest freezer is projected to cost only $27 a year to keep cold. Got it from Costco. And then things like baking soda and coconut oil have a pretty long lifetime. So the documentary that I listened to this morning with, it was more of a presentation by Dr. Stanley Monteith. He did a great job of exposing the reality of the secret, basically. The secret that there is in fact a battle, that we do have people that are wicked and they are drawing power, actual power to do what they do from Satan, the fallen one, Lucifer. He's not the good guy. He offers sex, drugs, rock and roll, pleasure, and all that's temporary. Some people sell their soul for that. I put a video where Lady Gaga talked about it, and she is wanting to be exorcised. She wants to have that bondage broken. I don't know that that's going to work for her. I don't know. Jesus says in the Gospel of John, unless a man is born again, he won't even see the kingdom of heaven. That's a big deal. You got to be born again. Now, for me, the short version is I thought I was born again until I actually was. I thought I was in 1982 until I actually was in 2014. And when I actually was, the change in me was so significant, I wanted to let other people know that, hey, I was a religious phony. That's why I struggled on and off alcohol and prescription and self-administered legal and illegal drugs. So now I do what I'm created to do, leveraging the instantaneous worldwide portable communications and encouraging others to do that as well. What we can do is pretty powerful. If your liked video playlist on YouTube is made public, then it gives you the opportunity to make that available, copy and paste, Command C, Command V, and put that link wherever you can, if you want to. One of the things that I bring to the discussion is the fact that I love the truth, love to share it with anybody who will listen. It's what I believe the truth to be. You might disagree on some of the issues that I talk about or show, and I've got powerful documentaries to expose this. So although you could Google a term and you might find some of the results that I've located, a lot of the videos that I've found that have been instrumental, many of you may have already seen and liked and enjoy. There may be some that you didn't see. When I saw some of the mystery of the pyramids and all of that, one of the things that I'm going to draw your attention to as well, even though they were exposing that, the architecture and design and the mystery of it, one of the things that they kept on including in all that was the globe. Yeah, they awkwardly installed it in much of the video, which I know that that's not even possible. People can't live upside down in relationship to other people. So what I wanted to do is come on up here and show you briefly the Myrtle Beach skyline. And it's a bit of a challenge to see, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in with the P1000 so that you can come back and check that video out later if you want to. Oh my gosh, my camera turned and I don't know how to reorient that. Oh, I am so sorry. That is just too weird. It happened yesterday, and I had to shut my phone off to get it to change. That is just unfortunate. I might have to shorten the broadcast. That might be the way that I take care of it. I can't flip it around. That is too weird. Maybe I'll bump it again and see if that will help. Okay, so something isn't working. Yeah. Okay, so something isn't working, and I'm going to try and, it's not letting me reorient it. Come on, go back. Okay, so that's just the way it is. I don't know how to fix that. So it's an unintentional beam. Does that even look possible? You know, I put those videos out there hashtagging Veeams so that you could see the impossibility of the upside down world. That is just too weird. Okay. So I'm gonna cut this, but what I wanted to say is thank you so much for tuning in. That is just too weird. Sorry about that. Anyway, feel free to check out the videos. Call me if you like, 1-843-504-1776. Let me flip that around. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement.